I am Kathryn McNeil, and I am a real estate agent at Carolina. Before real estate, I was working at an architecture company. I went to school for interior design, so I was working for them as an interior designer, and I did really enjoy it. It was like my dream job at the time, but for me, I just felt like there had to be something better out there that I could do as a career, that I could have a little bit more flexibility and free time, work just as hard, if not harder, and make more money. So, at the end of the day, that's kind of what it came down to. It was really tough for me to give up that job, but I'm very happy that I did. So I would have been in onboarding probably for about a month. I wouldn't call myself a shy person, but I do feel like in a new environment with new people, I just felt a little bit more, secluded than I typically would. But I do remember doing my first mock showing with Gardsey, who was our training manager at the time, and it was like the worst experience ever. Not because of him, but because of me. I don't know why. I don't know if I didn't prepare myself, but it was really just like, wow, I have some serious work to do. And it kind of beat me down a little bit because I personally was like, I knew these things from school or whatever, but I just, for some reason, just completely froze and panicked. So that was definitely a realization moment for me. What am I doing? Should I be in this career? Am I having second thoughts? I think it was like a couple days after I had noticed that I just was kind of down on myself, feeling kind of upset at home. Like I said, what am I doing? Did I make a mistake getting into this? And one of my friends at the time, who was actually the agent that brought me to Dash, he was doing, his name is Sam Duncan. I'm sure a lot of people know who that is at our company, but him and Shelby, who is one of my very, very close friends at Dash, they were doing a mock showing, and she had started Dash maybe like 2 months, 3 months before I had, and they were doing a mock showing together, and they were like, just come with us, like, you don't have to do anything, just come in the background, like, just come, just come for the vibes, whatever. So I did, and just walking through that with them made me feel so much better, and it kind of got me out of the rut and the negative mindset and like being scared. So after that, I really did feel like, okay, I can do this. It's not, I'm overthinking it, whether I'm getting in my own head or just feeling a little bit stressed out. I feel like from there on out, things really started to click, and I just took every single learning opportunity and really started to enjoy it and kind of let some of that stress about real estate kind of go to the side. I feel like the big click was when I was kind of at the end of my onboarding period, and we were going on to our new team. So once I was on my new team, it just honestly immediately kind of felt like home, and there were so many people to, kind of crowd around you, and you're all trying to make each other be successful, and like healthy competition and encouragement and just like that very familiar atmosphere. So just being friends inside of work and outside of work, and just having that, special time. And like I said, just challenging each other to be the best that we can be was super important. So it all starts with onboarding. I think we have an insanely, amazing program, like training manager. So just how much we learned in onboarding is extremely overwhelming at the time, but it's just, you have to go through that. So that was amazing at the time, and that was Jason Gardsey. My operating partner at the time was Casey Proctor, and she was so encouraging and inspiring, and just really cared so much more about us than she probably did anyone else, just to make sure that we were successful. Same goes for all the other operating partners. When I was starting out, they were always available to help and just really wanted to see everyone succeed. Same thing with some of our captains at the time, like Nevin and Sam, who helped us kind of achieve those things. But even just, like I said, the camaraderie of the whole office. Everyone wants to see each other succeed more than they do, themselves almost. So getting those first few contracts, it took me a little bit longer to get my first one than some of my onboarding classmates at the time. And it was a little bit discouraging, but I feel like once I finally got one, it just continued to roll, and I just felt more confident because I was finally, able to practice what I've been learning about the whole time. You can only focus on what you can control, because if you are trying to control everything, you're going to fail, because you cannot control real estate. You cannot control, at the end of the day, their decision, the outcome of certain things. And so if you just do the right thing every single day to the best of your ability, then everything is going to work out. I feel like my biggest failure in real estate was actually kind of recently, which is really funny. So I went almost 3 years, 2.5 maybe, without having a single termination at home in real estate, which is a really big deal. And Q1 of this year, in 2025, I got my first one, and then it kept going. I was like, what am I doing wrong? There has got to be something that I'm doing wrong. And I talked to our broker in charge here and my operating partner about it, and they're like, there's nothing that you are doing wrong. Like, these are situations or circumstances that like you just cannot control. So that kind of goes back to, I can only control the things that I can do. And at the end of the day, that didn't make me a worse agent, because I felt like at that point in my career, it was very shocking to feel like these things were happening to me. And so it was just really hard to not pinpoint myself for those faults, and just realizing that it really wasn't up to me. Like, you are a good agent, you know what you're doing, but some things you just can't, or just out of your control. So I said, you are smart, you are successful, and you are going to be a great agent. You just don't know it yet, and it sure doesn't feel like it, but you will get there, and you will be happy that you did not give up. Be confident, but not cocky. Be humble to learn from others, because there's always something you will learn if you take every opportunity to do so. Be patient, because real estate is not overnight, and if you expect that, you will burn yourself out. You have to be willing to give yourself 1 full year of hard work before giving up if you want to be successful. And I think that is very true, because everyone comes in and like, oh, real estate, you can make money, you can be super quick at it, you can just, oh, I pick up a Zillow lead, why would I not convert it? It's so much more to that. So you have to be positive, you have to have an optimistic mindset, and just be really willing to put in the work, because if you don't, it's not just gonna